Hi guys, welcome back to another video of Fruits Basket. And dude, this episode left me so heartbroken. Episode 8. I'm so disappointed in you. Oh, wow. Wow. Like I I am just shocked. But let's talk about it. I don't want me to decide stuff right now, guys. Give me a Okay, we're gonna talk about the stat stuff. Just let me just talk about everything else in this episode. So, off the bat, the episode is. I want to say the episode is 10 out of 10. It's everything I wanted in an episode like this. It is. Wow. So, let's talk. We need to talk about this episode. So, the episode begins with Kyo, or Tohru, or Kyo, better, Kyo confirming the fact that, oh, let me just lower that. Kyo confirming the fact that Tohru does love him, and he's like, yo, why would you, like, you're stupid for doing it. And then he tells her the reason why she shouldn't, and it's just a whole bunch of background on how he met Toru's mom and how Kyoko and him became friends. And it was just a very much like his inclusion into their family, into their world. To him, that inclusion, that being seen, impact on him made him feel like he was a part of their world, and how much invested he really was in the world, because this is the first time somebody sees him and appreciates him. And it's something I've always thought about. Like, keep in mind, I only watched the original one, so the original Fruits Basket. So for me, I always thought to myself, Kyoko would have loved Kyo, because he's very much like her, while Yuki is very much like her dad in a sense. But it's always been evident that Kyo and Kyoko have always been somewhat similar. I mean, their whole design itself is very similar as well, but it's always something that I've always thought about. And so in this, so come to my surprise watching the episode that, well, guess what? They really did know each other, and she really did like him. And when Tohru went missing that one night, he looked everywhere for her, only for her to be saved by Yuki. But I understand Kyo feels betrayed, that he's like, this family that I wanted to have for myself betrayed me by going with Yuki. And despite them not knowing what they did to Kyo, that was everything. That was his whole, like, second chance at a family, in a sense, taken away from him, or a second chance out of, like, having that experience with people taken away from him by Yuki. Once again, the rat took something that belonged to him in his point of view. Powerful stuff. So when come to our surprise that Kyo was there the day of Kyoko's accident. She wasn't paying attention. She was going straight home, and a car was coming, and Kyo chose what I would say, I wouldn't say it's right or wrong, but I would say it was his decision to save himself rather than save Kyoko. Because if he saves Kyoko, she's gonna know he's a monster. Everybody else is gonna see that around him, and his secret's blown. That he is what he is. He's a animal, or spirit animal, whatever he is technically. But that secret is revealed, and he can't risk that. He doesn't want to have to risk that. And that whole big choice of, do I risk it or do I save her, he ultimately chooses himself. Which, again, I have to say, like, for a lot of people who have, like, this survivalist mindset, or like this survivor's guilt, is it's natural. It is 100% natural to feel like that other choice could have saved somebody else. But you have to understand, at the same time too, it's not your fault. It really isn't. It's not your fault that you chose yourself, and it's perfectly reasonable. And to him, this traumatizes him and makes him believe that the very words that he hears Kyoko say is, I don't forgive you, which Tohru argues that no, that's impossible. She'd never say that to you. This whole thing is just wrapping up Kyo's entire psychosis, yeah, which all stems from the fact that when it came to his mom, he didn't save her either. She chose suicide, and chose to kill herself, and he was blamed for her death as well. And for his surrogate mom in the form of Kyoko, he chose not to save her, not because he was jealous of her picking Yuki, but because he chose himself. Something that's reasonable, and that's, nobody would hold that against him to. It's just very tragic to see his psychotic breakdown from this. For him fully shutting down is wild. For him putting all his hatred towards Yuki because that was the only way he could somewhat gain, I wouldn't say consciousness back, but for him to gain something to look forward to, something to strive for, was wow. Like, I didn't expect for him to go this way, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was very unexpected. But it's not, for me, it's not unlogical why he would. You want to blame someone for something you feel like you didn't do, because if you feel like you did it, then that's him revealing his, not his true nature, but it's for him revealing something, a part of him that he doesn't want to have to tackle bigger, which is, am I the reason my mothers, quote unquote, killed themselves? Am I the reason they're dead? It's easier to blame somebody for that than to tackle, like, no, I am not that person. Even though I had a choice to save them, or, I somewhat played a part in their death. Their deaths were ultimately something that was an accident, or wasn't my fault. And it's hard. Survivor's guilt is a real thing. I truly feel that for Kyo. But God, man, to see him put himself through so much torture and abuse and punishment for making this snap quick decision, that is intense. And for Tohru Honda, man, for her to be like, Kyo, at the end of his entire story of like, you should hate me, she doesn't. She goes, Kyo, do you want me to say I can't forgive you? Because I can't. I don't want those. Either I can't forgive you, or like you're totally gone. Like, I don't want those options. For her, everything matters if Kyo's with her. So it's just like, Kyo, stop fighting this, please. Like, the girl you love, the girl who you feel like you've robbed her of her entire life, the person yourself that you feel like you robbed yourself of your life, let yourself be happy. And Tohru's saying the exact same thing. And for Kyo to just hit her with the word that she just didn't want to have to hear, I'm disappointed in you. After he told her he'd never be disappointed in her. God, was this heartbreaking to see her. To see Tohru fight for what she wanted, which was Kyo, made my heart just skip so many beats, man. Like, I'm crying. I'm crying right now. I'm crying. Oh, it's so sad. Oh my God, seeing Yuki just chase after Kyo, hearing this side of Kyo, hearing this side of the story, makes him go, damn, like, I need to save Kyo. I need to get him back here. And this is all happening while Akitio is running away after stabbing Kurano. And this episode ends with probably one of the toughest endings ever, which is Akitio meeting Tohru face to face with the knife. Talk about an ending, man. Talk about an ending. This episode, oh my God, it is insane right now. I can't. It is insane. I love it. I love it so much. Oh, anyways, guys, this will be it for the video. This is a 10 out of 10 episode. I emotionally was not prepared for all of this, but wow, definitely wow. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Are you guys excited to see Akitio face to face with Tohru? Also, what do you guys think in the sense of like Kyo? Like, do you think he has every right to blame himself, or do you feel like at the end of the day this is survivor's guilt and he's putting himself through more trauma than he actually really should? Because I do see his claim to blame for some things, but it's understandable. Do you understand? Anyways, guys, that's gonna be it for the video. You know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, support your boy, and adios.